Want to have a little story time today. How's it going, everyone? I'm Joey Giangola with Giangola Insurance, and on this week's health insurance break, I'm going to tell you exactly what enrolling over 50 people in just 1 month for Obamacare, specifically here in Ohio, taught me about Healthcare.gov. So I've been getting phone call after phone call, email after email, even comment after comment on several videos and blog posts about people complaining about wasting a significant portion of their life trying to sign up for health insurance through this new system through Healthcare.gov. I thought it would be mean to me if I didn't share my experience and help you avoid that. Basically, I don't want you to waste your life. There's no need for it. If I can help you prevent you from wasting any portion of your life, well, I would hope that I can do that for you. So first, a little backstory. Healthcare.gov has wasted more of my life than I will care to admit to you, sometimes taking me 3 or more times per person to get their application submitted properly. However, there were several times, and I call those times miracles, where things just actually worked the way that they should, and it only took 20 minutes or so to complete the process for people. However, what I kept noticing as I went through it over and over again with people is that the success rate largely depended upon 2 things. One was the website's general mood, or how many people were trying to access it at that given time. And 2, how you input your information. You see, in the early going, and it's true to some extent now, but a lot of this has been fixed. If you put in information and you need to go back several screens to edit it to different sections, well, that was just not a good idea. The more you went back and changed things, the greater risk you ran of running into an application breaking error. What I mean by breaking the application, how you break something that's electronic? Well, if you, again, went back and tried to do too many things and change too many things, well, it would just give you an error message and say, we can't complete this at this time, and you would essentially have to start over. That was the phrase that I came up with when things got so bad that the only choice that I had was to completely remove the information, the application that I had already started, and to start new. In fact, telling someone that they had to remove the application would be enough to qualify you for a senior tech consultant level at Healthcare.gov. I'm kidding, but seriously, that's all they told you for like 2 weeks, a month, a long time. So with now almost 3 months of experience under my belt of dealing with Healthcare.gov and helping people successfully navigate that system, and most of the glitches getting ironed out, there's really only one thing that is still going to give you trouble if you try to complete this application. So what's the question? Well, the one question that you're going to want to focus a majority of your attention on and how you answer it is the very first question that you're going to be asked on the income section of the application. You will notice on the left-hand side of the application, you will have different tabs or sections as you move through the process. And once you see the income section come up, one of the very first questions, or is the very first question that you are asked, is the question that is ultimately the most important to make things work properly. That question, as you can see here, do you expect insert your name's income to be the same as what was reported on your 2012 federal income tax return? So you have the option to answer yes or no. If the answer is yes, then you can go through the process and basically it automatically pulls in your income from your most recently filed income tax statement, which again makes things a little easier and nicer. If you do answer that question yes, when you finish the application and you submit it, you're going to come to a section or a screen that says view your eligibility results and continue with the enrollment. And you're going to want to view your eligibility results and download a PDF document to your computer, and you're going to want it to look exactly like this. If it doesn't look like this, then something went wrong and you're going to need to go back and do it again. Your eligibility results could look something like this, where it says you are eligible to purchase health insurance through the marketplace, and then on a second line says that you are eligible for a tax credit for X amount of dollars. And then if you notice in the next column, it could say choose a health plan immediately without the subsidy, or you need to send the marketplace more information to get that dollar amount delivered to you for your health insurance. Or ultimately, it could just say your name, no subsidy, and you can apply right away, again, without any financial help or money being paid towards your health insurance. Those are both instances of your eligibility results not being accurate if your income is indeed accurate. One thing you're going to want to do is to make sure that you are properly eligible, and you can do that by calculating your subsidy by just Googling subsidy calculator and going through the subsidy calculator steps. We'll get to that in a second. I can show you exactly how to do that, but just hold on 1 second. So I've written about this in more detail over on GiangolaInsurance.com. I'll leave a link below in the description if you do want to click over and read that, where I kind of go into a step-by-step process of exactly what to do and how to answer these questions. But just know that this question here is going to be what determines the success rate for your application and how you answer it. Just wanted to share that with you so you would stop wasting a significant amount of your life trying to get the results that are needed. Again, we are closing in on the end of this first open enrollment period. So if you have been having trouble, you're going to need to get it in here soon. Otherwise, you're going to completely miss your chance to do it for this year. Just a real quick note, it's important that this is just a kind of a snapshot of how the process exists currently, and it will ultimately change as the enrollment seasons continue to progress and they improve the system. But this is just a look at what it is now, what kind of problems we're having, and ultimately the benefits that you can have with working with somebody that is going to be able to help you easily sidestep these things and figure these things out, that have obviously spent a lot more time with the system and application than you ever will want or need to. So, well, what's the bottom line in all this? Well, again, it's hard to completely communicate the subtle nuances of this system and how to help you get things to work right. But the most important thing to know, if you're not getting the eligibility results you're sure you qualify for, is that the problem rests with that one question that starts off the income section of the application. That's where 99% of the problems arise, and you're going to want to focus majority of your attention on getting that right and playing with it a little bit. Like I said earlier, I told you I could tell you exactly how to calculate your subsidy and see exactly what you're eligible for, and if you need to be messing with this at all, and if you're going to qualify for what you should potentially qualify for. And that's why I'm going to recommend you to go ahead and download this 5-part video series that I put together. The third video in that series is going to walk you through step-by-step how to actually figure out your subsidy and if you qualify and what you qualify for, to know exactly when you get to this process if you're going to have to, again, play with it, if it's actually going to be worth your time. Because if you know ahead of time what you exactly qualify for, then it's going to make things a lot easier in knowing what you should or should not be looking for. Also, the last video in that series is going to walk you through step-by-step in even greater detail how to navigate Healthcare.gov and, again, get the results that you should be eligible for. So again, you can click right here on this cover to go ahead and start watching that right now, or there is a link below in the video's description. So of course, I do want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. It does mean a lot to me. I'm going to ask you to do one thing now. If you did find this information helpful at all, and you know somebody that needs to purchase their own health insurance before this enrollment ends, well, I just ask that you share this video with them or share the article with them so that they can, get the help that they need in getting through this process. And of course, as always, I am Joey Giangola with Giangola Insurance. Take it easy, everyone.